All right, here we go. Graham, this is your review for the game against FC Bucks Wolf. You guys had played a game the day before against the Ukrainian Nationals. Wasn't able to watch that match because didn't record, unfortunately. So anyway, you guys were 4-0-3, and Bucks was 3-2-2. They had two tough losses this past couple weeks against, both the Philadelphia Union teams. So that was really big. Bucks had a really bad run. So this was a big game for both of you. You guys came off of a big win of a team that was higher than you, above you on the table, and now you're playing another team above you on the table. So it's a big game. Overall, I thought you played really well. So I watched the game twice already, and I'm going to get to see it again. And I'm going to point out things to help teach you and have you grow, but I want you to know that I'm seeing really, really good effort, good control. I like it. I like what I'm seeing. I don't get to see it in practice. And as long as you're practicing hard in practice, then I know you're going to keep progressing. I'm so glad that guy said you being a speed demon, because I can see you being fast. Absolutely. But what's important and what I love about it is that it encouraged your heart. And it encouraged your soul. It encouraged your spirit. You are now ready to go faster because you heard that from somebody. So when I tell you good things, I want you to be encouraged by it as well. And when I critique you, recognize it's not because you're not good or you making mistakes and you're not doing well. It's nothing about that. It's about trying to just be able to recognize so that the next time you can do better. That's all. And this is most of life, is that situation. You make a mistake, that's what it is. It's a mistake. You learn from mistakes, and that's how you get better. All right, on to the game. So, here we go. I heard it was cold, but the sun was warm out that day, so that helped a lot. I'm going to fast forward to the game. So you started out on the left wing. This was our right wing. This was a little bit different from Guillermo. He is mixing it up a bit because here he has Owen as the left winger and Evan behind him. And then he has Ryan in there as well. And you over there on the right wing with Liam, okay? So it's a good team, I think. It's just a different team. And I think that there's problems that you guys ran into as a team overall in this formation or this lineup. But all right, so not good enough. Okay, the ball starts going over to your side. All right, so this is something that's really difficult, okay, and I'm going to keep saying this a lot because it is a tough decision to make. When you're a winger, is your responsibility this guy, or is that your center back's responsibility? And it honestly really depends on what the coach decides. But what's important is you and this guy to know what that responsibility is together, so that you can hand off when it's necessary and you can mark when it's necessary, so that you both are communicating. So just make sure that communication happens. For example, if there's a guy that's really playing well against him, even if it was a 4 at the back, and he didn't need you really back there, but you're still a right winger, and he was back there as a right back, and he was up against a really good player, he would call up to you, hey, I need you to drop back. I need you to support me because he's going to beat me. So it's good communication. You're always going to have good communication. So it's something you always have to figure out. And depending on what your coach tells you, that's one of the huge things to it. But it's just thinking. You're always going to have to consider it, figure out what's the right choice to make. So here we go. Good, you're following that guy. You're at least cutting that pass. He wasn't going to be able to get it. It's a little heavy touch that you took here. But if you see this touch that you take, if it's a little bit more controlled, then heck, the touch after that, you might be able to beat that guy. Ready? So here, a little too heavy of a touch. Now you were able to get that second touch in as kind of like a pass, and it didn't come off, but just recognize when that ball comes there, man, make sure that touch is really good. Then you can actually dribble past the guy. And now this ball, I can't see exactly how you meant it, but the kick from here, okay, this kick that you're about to do, it was placed in a perfect position. It really was. Now, I can't see exactly like what pass you had on, but the one that you chose, it ended up in a perfect position for your teammate to get to. You just needed to pick that out. You know, if you hit it in these specific areas, your teammate's going to get there. So I thought this pass was really good. Boom, you knocked it up. It was curving away from him, so he was going to get there first. Really great opportunity you set up for Ryan there. All right, you're up in support. You're able to win it. Yeah, okay, so here. This is your ball all day long. Don't end up thinking that you're going to let Liam take the ball. There's no way that anybody really wants you to leave it so that Liam can have it. Okay? No way. If he did an overlap and you can pass it to him on a move, that's great. But there's no way that you're supposed to be dribbling and then leave it for him. If he's in a position, because I'm not sure, let's just watch it again. If he's like a little bit too close to you here. Yeah, so I don't know why he's kind of like he stutter steps right here. You had possession of the ball. He kind of stutter steps. And then, you know, you guys are just really confused as what should happen next. He probably should have dropped off a little bit. But regardless, I mean, maybe if you hit that ball first time to him, okay, fine, you know, and then maybe he could turn and do something with it. But once it gets here, that's your ball. Just take it. Take it and start dribbling it down here and try to hit Wyatt. Switch the field, okay? There's no way he should take it off your foot to go into the guy that you're dribbling away from. There's just no way. Why I'm saying all this is that it's just your head, right? In your brain, it should be like, oh, this is my ball. Liam, just get out of my way. You know, that's basically what you should be thinking. Liam, just get out of my way. I got this. All right? So don't let him distract you or take you away from what should happen. All right? Now Liam gets it, and he makes a good pass. So I'm happy for that. He made a good pass. But that's your ball. Don't let anybody take that ball. That's yours. Make him get out of the way. Tell him that you got this. I got it. And then just be commanding because it's on your foot. Don't let anybody take it off your foot. All right. Oh, man. This is the one, huh? I really actually want to go onto the internet real quick. I forgot that I wanted to do this. Okay, let's go to VO. No, let's go to app.vo. I don't know how long this is going to take. Hopefully not too long. Finding the right spot might be the problem. That was the start of the game. Okay, that'll be good to know. And we are at, what, 1 minute in? Okay. We haven't gone that far. So game starts here, so 22 and a half. Oh, that's 23 and a half. 22 and a half. Yeah, okay. So I want to just see what happens here. Can I make this a little bigger for you? Whoa, it's way too big. Oh, I can't even do that. I gotta click this now. Hold on. This one. Yeah, the camera follow on this game really wasn't the best. Like it missed the goal almost. So I want to bring this up just to be able to show you some things. I didn't get because I didn't even really get to see how this went. This is gonna take too long. I'm not gonna do it. I think it's that one anyway. To be honest, with that one. Come on. Okay, good. So now the ball comes across. All right, there you are coming back. All right, so, darn it, now I can't even scroll down. All right, let's go back. My question is, should you have been back there already? Because you guys got lucky that the ball rolled over the end line. You guys really did get lucky for that. All right, so there he is in front of you. You sort of get back. I guess you thought that we were going to win it. Good hustle to get back, though. Okay, I like it. I thought your hustle to get back was really good right here. Oh, man, and I really thought that you actually were going to block that. Somehow it snuck through, but good recovery, good slide, almost got there. All right? Luckily, it went out of bounds, so that's good. So I'm just going to step back here. You thought, I want to see what you thought when you stopped. Oh, because he kicked it, and it just went off the kid's head, and then all of a sudden there was an attack. Yeah. Unlucky. That's just a tough one. All right, so I'm going to pause this because I think I might end up going back to it later. But, oops. Sheesh, I got a mess going on right now. That's that, and I need this one. Okay, so you did get there back in time. That was really good hustle to get back. And luckily it was offsides. But good run to get back in the end. And caught you off guard a little bit when he kicked it into his base. All right, let's see. Here we go. Ugh, like this. You know, it's like the following of the camera's a little bit off. All right, so here you're in a good position. The ball gets knocked over, comes to you. It's a good pass. Good pass, okay? I mean, sometimes, like, you can overthink things, right? The ball comes to you, you see Darren, you pass it to him. Think, and you get it right to him. It's perfect, okay? You got to recognize that these are really good things, all right? Now, sometimes when you get the ball, you're going to need to be more responsible for it. But you make that simple pass, you set your teammates up, that's awesome. That's amazing. That's really, you need that. All right. The one downside to playing out wide is the ball doesn't get out to you too much. But when it does get out to you, you got to do your job. All right. Like here. Now, this is a really tough one, okay, on this punt, if you remember it. Punt comes out, you try to trap it here. Very difficult, okay? But I'm happy. I'm so glad that you tried to. You tried to bring it down. If you brought that down, woo, that would be amazing. And I think that you, in the end, should be bringing that down, okay? But that's awesome that you tried to bring it down. And next time, you will be able to bring it down. And everybody on the sideline, you'll hear them. They'll be like, oh. They'll think it's awesome that you were able to, on this punt, bring it down under control. And then you would totally set your teammate up really well. So good job. Now, here you are. You're ready. You're looking for the guy. I remember this. You break it up. You get to it again. You kind of chip it over. It didn't get all the way through. I mean, it barely got all the way through by luck. Comes to you, and you see Wyatt. Very, 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 very good choices. Okay, so this is your half the field. Okay, this is like, okay, the ball gets punted down here. Now it's in your world. What happens here? Okay, ball goes out of bounds. Now you're not letting an easy throw and go. You're checking the guys. You're seeing who's there, who's available. Boom, you step up. You make a touch. You're putting pressure on the guy. You break through. You try to make a little chip pass, and it almost gets through. You're still there. Good little pass, and you find a way out. Right now you're switching the field. Very nice. You drew all those players in. All that happened. Now we switch the field, and an opportunity sort of came about. Wyatt does take a big shot. He could have laid in Darren there, but nothing wrong with a shot from far. Okay, so there you were tracking back again. This is good here. Ready? So here you are. You open up wide, then it was a miss kick, so you dropped in. Good drop in. You broke it up. You made a good simple pass to Darren. Very good. Now, I was just going to point out what Liam and you were doing there. So Liam, you know, he's in front of you. Really good decision for Liam to make that run up, and you'll see him stop and go back. At this point, he makes a good decision. Now you're up there, and he's got it covered. Okay, if he kept going up, you would have needed to say something. Hey, Liam, you're good. Go back. Or you would need to cover for him. All right, but he did step back, so it was a really good decision by him. You're doing good there in your positioning. You're watching that guy. So I'm going to give you a little pointer here, and I know that Guillermo has told you this before, but it's something that you should know, okay? Not that this is the moment exactly that it needs to happen, but when you're defending and there's, like, let's say potentially this guy's going to cross the ball, you want to be able to see two things at once. You want to see the ball and you want to see your defender, okay? When you're like facing back towards your goal, you really can't do that. So right here, you're facing towards your guy, you're facing towards your guy, still not good. Now, it's at that point when you've turned, now you can kind of see both. Even if you drop back a little bit, you can see the ball and the player, the ball and the player. That's the position, the defensive position you want to be in. You want to be back towards your goal, able to see your defender and able to see the ball. That would be the best, most proper positioning that you can get, is to be able to see both the ball and your defender at the same time with your kind of body open up to the whole field. All right. Go. Okay, I remember this one too. I think you do. We'll watch it again. Ball comes out, takes a touch, you step, then he barely gets it through. Okay, I like this, okay, because you wait for it. You're trying to make him take a big touch here, okay? So you're like kind of there, bam. Once he makes that touch, you're after him. Now, unfortunately, he gets there a little bit ahead of you. His touch was a little bit, pretty good control, and he barely snuck it by you. So in the end, you got beaten here, but man, it would have been dangerous if he didn't beat you there. It would have, if he lost the ball there, you guys could have been in. It could have been a good opportunity. So I like that decision. All right. Unfortunately, it happens, but making that decision all the way up here, that doesn't really hurt you. I mean, look, that guy's open now. Hey, we slide, we recover defensively. Now, if you made that decision here in the middle, that, like on the defensive end, that might be a little bit more risky, okay? You might need to play a little bit more defensive and cut off the line, the passing line, to make sure that the ball doesn't get through. But that decision was great, and I loved how you slowed down and then waited and then, bam, jumped into it and tried to get it, and you almost got it. And another little tiny step, just bum rush like crazy, boom. All right, so now you guys are marking up. You got your guy. I think you do a good job marking up on, okay, so on corners. So here you are, all right? You need to, I think this is you right here. You need to, ooh, that was fast forward. You need to be touching the guy, right, which you are, but you're going to let him go past you too easy. When he finally makes that decision, you're already behind him. Do you see how he's already in front of you? That's no bueno. Okay, now you're always catching up. He's going to, if that ball gets to him, it doesn't. But if that ball was right in that spot, you're not really marking the guy. He's scoring. That's what's going to happen. So it's very difficult when you're playing, for a corner and stuff, is you want to be touching the guy, but you need to be ready to get in front of him. You have to stay goal side of him as best you can. Your goal is to stay goal side, running in front of him. So you're anticipating which way he's going to go, and you don't let him just cut past you. I mean, you got to see when that guy's about to kick the ball, most of the time people start running right around that time. So you can predict when he's going to run pretty well. And there'll be different guys that are more tricky than you, but let's watch it in real time. Some guys will be a little bit more tricky, and you won't really be able to tell. It'll be hard. But for the most part, you should be able to predict when they're going to go fast, which direction they're going to go. So you need to make that a part of your game, is to figure out, like, okay, where are they going to go? I'm going to guess this right. All right, here we go. So the ball gets knocked in. He beats you. He gets past you. Luckily, it went right to Collins, so it didn't matter. So just work on that. All right, we lose the ball down the left again. Okay, ball swings around to your side, and you're staying out wide. So at some point, when the ball's out here, at some point there needs to be a handoff, okay? When the ball is out there, that means we shift all the way over. The center back should get over. The right center back should be all the way out on the winger, okay? And then this guy should be dragged all the way over into the center of the field. The left center back or whatever, left back needs to be in the center of the field, all right? So at some point here, this handoff needs to be made. So I don't know when you guys figure this out, but once this ball gets knocked out there, okay, Liam needs to know his responsibility is going to be this guy, okay? And, if you guys were really good at communicating and understanding this whole thing, he would say, go up, Graham, go up. Or I got him, Graham, go. So that you knew you could release. But at some point, you have to release, okay? Because he has this whole line to dribble down. well, Darren will kind of do something, but he's going to dribble down this line, and we don't want to give that to him. We got to cut it off at some point, and we have the guys. Look at all our coverage here. This is good coverage. We have that. We don't have anybody in this space, so you have to fill it, which I think you do here. So I'm just saying, I'm just getting you to realize you're always going to have this communication. You're always going to figure it out. And as a right winger, when that ball really does get all the way over there, you're going to have to make that call when you need to go. You can just take a look back and then, Liam, you got him, and then go, or something like that. It just needs to be very quick and subtle, and you got to make the decision. And honestly, when you start going, he'll know that he needs to take that guy. Okay? So you're marking him more, and then perfect, you cut off the pass. All right, so at first, see how you're marking the guy? So you're marking the guy here, and then you step up and you cut off the pass, and now bam, you're there to cut off the pass. Because that's really what you end up needing to do. That's what you want to be. You want to be in that position to cut the pass off so he doesn't have an option. So really, really good work. Beautiful play. You cut it off, and I don't know what happened here, though, but you're ending up on the ground. So was it just your first touch here? Gets to here, your first touch. It lets you down a little bit. I can see that we win the throw-in, so he must have blocked it a little bit. Goosh. But what were you trying to do with this? That's what I'm thinking. What are you thinking here in this play? The ball gets to you, you take a touch, and then boom, you just kind of whack at it and kick it. Maybe it was your first touch that took it away, but your touch should really be setting you up so that you and Darren could easily play out of that. Okay, so that first touch just got to be better. That's all. If it was better, then bam, you'd be able to turn. Darren could turn. You'd be passing it to Darren, and he would be off. Now we want to throw in, and that works too. But giving you stuff to think about, man. That first touch is crucial. It either sets you up for success or makes it a difficult time. So you're there. You end up doing a switch. Ooh, so unlucky, huh? So unlucky there. Just the kick ends up hitting your foot. And then it goes out. So unlucky. All right, so now this is your side of the field. You got to be on top of everything. And the ball ends up going away. Other side. On those throw-ins, you got to be alive like none other. Turned on, ready to run. They did a good job there on that play, passing the ball around. I don't know what the camera's doing here. All right, so this goes to the center back. Liam's there. All right, so I'm just wondering. All right, so here you are. Okay, it's just tough. He puts himself in a tough situation. Okay, but at some point in this run, all right, at some point in this run, you're going to have to try to move into a lane, okay? Move into a channel so that he can find you. And he wasn't really going to be able to find you, I can just tell. But you definitely want, okay, he's going to need somebody. He's going to need something to pass to, so you have to go to support him because he needs it, okay? I would always tell you to be cautious. If Brody has it and he's dribbling up, be cautious and make sure you're coming to help him, all right? All right, this is a great run. It's a good run. This is the one that this was as far across that you could have done. It's a good look. I like the intensity. I like the quickness of it and the decision, fast decision. So you're all the way on defense here. You notice we win the ball, and bam, you're away. And then turn on those afterburners. Boom. It's a good look. Very, very good look. I like it. So even sometimes you'll notice on corners, on crosses, that when you get to kick the ball here, okay, this is something you'll realize, and it's something you can somewhat predict, is where the defender is, sometimes you can hit a driven low ball right through their legs. They're going to put their one leg out to try to block it. They've caught up to you enough that they probably will block that ball. But they still are going to put their leg out to block it. That means that a cross on the ground in between the legs is going to work. And that's what you go for. All right, so this was a really good choice, but I'm just having you think about it. When you get to some positions like this, sometimes you're kicking it almost right at a defender, but if he's stretching to block, you could kick it under their leg. So right here, it's a kick. Look how high that leg is. He would never block it. If you knock that ball hard on the ground, right across right across here. So that's, sometimes you can predict that when the guy's right there and he's catching up and you know that he's going to be, trying to block it or whatever. You can hit it low, meg him, and slide it right across. I mean, just imagine if that ball was played, where that would put us. Oh, Ryan would have been right in, it would have been awesome. But good choice, good move, good play, beautiful. So good stuff, Graham. It was a really good intensity way to get there, good kick. Darren wins. He couldn't control it well enough. So, I don't know. I guess I'd have to see the field better, but I feel like you need to be up higher. So here's our center forward. Here's our left wing. There's, one of our midfielders, and you're really far back. Look at that. I mean, that's just almost too much to me. This is where, you and Liam are going to have to figure it out. And I guess it depends on what Coach Guillermo's telling you, but you want to be cutting off the pass to him as opposed to marking him, So you want to be up a little bit higher at these moments. That's how I would interpret it, okay? So, okay, if I looked at all these things, he would be marking him. Liam could definitely have been marking him, and you could have been cutting off passes. So it's definitely possible. It's just something that you are always going to have to figure out, you and whatever back you have on your side, if you're playing on the wing or down the line. You guys have to figure that out. All right, so it's going to you again, a big punt to your side. Luckily, the bounce happens, and you win a foul here. That's good. So it's tough to know what's going to happen. Sometimes you just need to be optimistic and hopeful and just start running like a madman because you don't believe the guy's actually going to get it in the air. And he doesn't. Sometimes you just got to go for it, and waiting a little bit late won't get you there. But if you just anticipated early, you can. And that wouldn't happen in this situation. I'm just giving you a pointer. And then you ended up winning a foul here, even though he kicked it and then ran into you. He kicked it, but he did run into you afterwards. So you got a foul, that's good. And he let Wyatt take it, and Wyatt this was a really good ball. Really dangerous position. Really dangerous. Nothing happened with it, though. All right. Yeah, so now this is when you want to come back. When it's on this side of the field, our three center backs slide over, and then I shouldn't say center backs. When you have a three at the back, and you normally have wing backs, they do call these center backs, but for you guys it is a right back and a center back and a left back. But it does shift over on this side of the field, and that's when you do need to make sure you cover him, which you did a great job with the whole time. And Guillermo was yelling at you to do it, but I think you were doing a good job keeping an eye on him. All right, so now you're going to have to figure out how you can help here, right? Comes out to Liam. Is that you standing there? It is. That's not good enough, Graham. That ball comes here to Liam. You need to be running like a madman down the line, right? I mean, am I wrong here? You need to be giving him an option as best you can. You need to be coming through, because even if he ends up deciding to pass that to Darren, you want to be right here near Darren to help him. Like, you want to be on the sideline in a supportive way. Right now they have 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders, and Darren's in the middle, and you're all the way up here. I think you're way too far away. You're not really giving any sort of an option, and you are his option. You got to get back there. And he tried to get it to Darren because that's all he had, and even if Darren was able to get it, even if the pass was better and Darren got it, you were too far out wide. You needed to be over there helping. That's a critique. I think you needed to be coming back in support. You got to recognize the dangerous situation and start coming back in support with it. I like that you stayed wide, but you got to recognize that at times when you do need to stay wide, but come back on the line. Man, this is not following it very good. All right, this is the subs. Nope. This almost happened. I think the defender just read it right at the end, right when he saw wide about to kick it. Yeah, he ran back just a little bit and was able to block it. Darren had a good try. Oh, this is anticipation here. You should put yourself in the best position to be able to get that kick that this goalie was definitely not going to hit that far. Good hustle, and I remember what happened here. This was good that you got there, okay? Right. Was that a blocked shot? I think. And then bam, you put on the afterburners, you get around them, and then the devastating plant foot touches it. Can I zoom in on this one? I guess I can't. I did see that. All right, where are we at? 12 minutes in. This was just unlucky. So 12, 21, 33 maybe? Yep. Oh. Quality's horrible right now. Oh, it's not even worth it then. I can't see good quality. Forget it. Forget it, man. All right. But I mean, you know what happened, but your plant foot just nipped it. Just nicked it right before you swung. Ding, 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 ding. You get it set. Your left foot knocks it out of your way. Dang. Hate when that happens. It's always embarrassing. Oh well, unlucky. But you got there, man. I like it. You made the run. You got to that position. You got the ball. Unfortunately, just a little bit off on that touch. You miskicked it. Yeah, I think it was good. Just to give you an example, when you're out wide, again, it's just so easy to stand and do nothing, ball watch. I don't want you to have that habit, but sometimes it's just what happens out there, okay? This is the tough position you're in. You know you really got to pass down the line and a pass here. You can't cut everything out. You ended up having that pass. But like even here, so here you are, the whole change of possession, all this and that, and you're just standing there. But there's nothing else for you to do. You're supposed to stay wide and stretch it, so it's just tough. It's just hard to sometimes get out of that, getting out of that mode and getting into like running hard. But when you run hard, you got to run hard. All right, here's our subs. So that's at about 13. So let's go to 23. Yeah, a little bit later. Yeah, they scored, right? I'll show you the goal. And you really hardly even get to see the goal. Now, I wish you guys had subbed. But you didn't. Yeah, the angle of the camera really messes up here. Ball comes in. Should have been Collins' ball. So I don't know what positioning he should have, but maybe he needs to be back further, like in the goal mouth. And you can't see what happens. Stinks. That stinks that you guys got that goal scored on you right before your line shift came in. All right, so you're in over there. Good turn from Wyatt. So, again, ball's coming out to Liam. He needs you as an option, okay? He's got Darren in the middle. He needs to know that you are going to come to him and he can pass you the ball if that's the option that's on. Okay? You're staying wide. He now is definitely not going to get the ball over to you. All right? But I don't see there'd be any reason why you shouldn't go ahead and take that, show 2 down the line early, because then he would knock that ball to you. I mean, you're hanging out wide, right? He has plenty of room right now. Okay, that guy's coming down. You could easily come here and receive that ball. All right, but not there, so he's got to find something else. Now it gets to you, right? What happens? He almost loses it here. No, he did pretty good because he definitely had enough time. Yep, he cuts it back out. The guy almost tackled him, but he was able to get it over to you. Okay, so let me see where you're at now. Okay, yep. So it's here that you now decide that you're going to go to him. Boom. Now you go to him and you help him. So I take away my critique. I don't mean to be critiquing anyway. I'm just trying to educate. That was really good. You did a good job. You came to at the right moment. So maybe when I first saw it, I'm like, what is he doing so high up? Well, he had time. And then when his time was running out, you showed 2. And the important thing I want you to recognize is that he needs to know whether you're going to be there or not. And so if he feels comfortable knowing that you will check back at the right time, that he will have that option of a pass, that will give him so much comfort, because he'll know that when it's going to happen, you will be available. Just giving him the confidence to know that that pass will be on. All right, so then what happened after that? So anyway, you show back to the ball. Good, very good. You take a touch. That's the one that I was telling you about. Your touch, the guy just closed you down too quick. Okay, but you got to recognize this, man. This is your team gets it to you. They've done a really good job. Now we got to work this ball down the field. Okay, we can't have you lose the ball there. Can't let it happen. Got to be faster, quicker, better. All right. Now watch the amount of pressure now that puts your team under. Okay. Now the ball's down there. Okay. Now they still have the ball. I just want you to recognize that loss of possession. Okay. I think you're doing really good fighting for the ball. I love all this, right? They try to clear it, though, and it doesn't get all the way out. You're fighting for the ball again. Really good work. And then look at this, man. They end up with a really good chance to score, okay? They end up with a really good chance to score. And you did a lot of really good work all trying to stop it. But it was right here, when you lose it here, that ends up with a good chance for them. So don't let that happen. Make sure that ball gets there. You're ready to beat this guy. You're so anticipating that he's going to be there trying to steal the ball from you that you're trying to lure him in or whatever. You're bossing it. You're in control of it. That ball comes to you. You know this guy's going to come in hard, so you're just going to lure him right in. You trap it, he's running through, and then you tap it around. Okay, but all this, I love all this pressure, okay? This is your side of the field. You aren't letting it easy. You didn't let them have that at all easy. Right on his back. Come on, pressure, push him, be strong, okay? And it just ended up getting lucky. They got lucky and a good chance, okay? But I do love that intensity that you had. I do love that you weren't going to give anything easy to them. That was really, really good. All right, so I guess he's trying to find you there, and it doesn't get through. Or maybe it does. This is the one that I really don't know what happened. It gets me mad because I want to know what happened here. I don't know where you're at, but he seems to not think he can pass it to Liam. He hits it all the way up, and it somehow gets through, and now Darren has it. I don't know if you laid it off or what happened. So this is good here, okay? So the ball does come to you here. Bam, you have it. You lay it off because he's wide open. And here it is again. This time you take it down the line, and then Ryan doesn't check 2. Okay. You see that pass to Ryan, but Ryan ended up looking long. Okay, it was just a miscommunication between the two of you. I mean, I think that if you look at Ryan, it looks like he's ready to run down the line. Okay, so you'll have to try your best to get that anticipation, to understand it, get a quick look at him. Okay, but he also has to look at you And he needs to recognize when the last time was that you looked at him. Because if you look up at him and then the rest of the time your head's on the ground, ready to kick the ball, and when you did look at him, he was running down the line, he should know that you're going to kick the ball down the line. Or if he was checking too, he should know that you are going to kick it to his feet. So this is just, how you guys can figure that stuff out. When you see somebody's head, whatever you're leading him to, you should recognize that that's where he's going to pass it to. So when you looked up to him, I don't know what you saw, but I don't think that pass is bad. I just, you might need to try to anticipate what he's doing or see which direction he's actually going. I'm gonna let this play out too. So then the ball comes out here, and you have a good ball. It's a good look. I like it. And the pressure's on his back. Unfortunately, he turns you. Ball comes out to you again. Good work. That guy played good defense, and you get yourself a throw in. Okay, so I'm going to go back. We can watch all that again, but here's my point with it. Okay, now I didn't think overall you demolished anybody in some of these. They weren't perfect plays or anything like that. But it's very different. Okay, so when the ball now is getting played out here, it ends up over to you. Okay, now you have a couple decisions that you will make. Okay, sometimes if it's too congested, you have to play the ball back. All right, and that's what you do here. Kind of congested, guys on your back, you got to play it back. But recognize who you're playing it back to. Now, these guys might not do the best, and it kind of happens that way. What was that? It was really, really bad, okay? So sometimes you don't want to make the decision to pass it back. I think that was the right choice. When you think about it, sometimes the pass is there, but that's like a relief valve. That's just in case things were bad, you can pass it back there. You don't want to always make that pass back there. So that happens, and then this happens. So then you do get the ball back. They win it. Ball comes over to you. Okay, now you have a guy here, you got a guy there, and you got a guy there. But you take responsibility. I like it. And sometimes you got to make that choice. I have to make this happen. I got to make something happen here. I mean, you don't really have much going on there at all. Look at these 4 guys and just you, okay? But you're taking that, and you do try to find that pass, and that could have happened. It really could have worked out. It's just whatever miscommunication. But that was really good, okay? And then you're putting the pressure on. Oh, did you jump over the ball? What are you jumping for? Make yourself strong and useful. Jumping over the ball. I don't know if I like that. Jumping over the ball. Okay, but then the ball pops out to you again over on that side, and you're there, and you're making something happen again. You make a nice little pass. I like it. They covered it pretty well. You put the pressure on, but here, I don't know what he should have done differently, but, I mean, he turned you easy. Easy. In this situation, I don't know, I would have just figured you got teammates here on this side. So push them toward your teammates, But you took him and you marked him on this side where your teammates were, so you gave him the outside. Okay, so you keep going on that 1/2 so you can see the ball. And that guy just cuts that ball right outside and you're gone. Okay, but that's where your teammate was. Your teammate is on the same side that you're putting that pressure. So maybe you might need to just stay on his back and keep him facing one way. Don't let him turn you that easy. I mean, it'd be great if you could steal the ball, but you definitely don't want somebody to turn you, okay? So just stay right on his back, flat on his back. Don't let him turn easy. And guess what? You'll get a double team, okay? Your double team is coming. He's coming right there. All you want this guy to do is not have a way out, but you overcommitted, and he had a way out, okay? And he gets out. All right? That, and you kind of got pushed over, that is where you need to be stronger, okay? You need to come into this with this big guy knowing that you're going to be strong and physical, and he ain't going to push you around, and you're going to be solid and strong, all right? That's my recommendation on this one. Be strong here, right on his back. Don't just fall down and let the guy turn. Heck no. Don't let that happen. Now the ball comes over to you again here. Try to get by that guy. He gets a little touch on it, and then you end up winning a throw. That's fine. That happens. The guy did pretty good defense there, but what you did was perfect and good. Good choices, good action, good attacking. It was good. I don't even know if you were ready for that. Were you? Were you ready for that, Graham? What is happening? Were you not ready for this? He throws it, and you're flat-footed, and the guy comes in and beats you to the ball. Dude, you can't let that happen. You got to be on fire, man. The guy's got to throw in with the ball behind his head, ready to go to you. You got to be on fire, boy. Dink, and he beats you to it. And he ends up winning the throw-in. I don't know if that was right or wrong, but whatever. You got to be on fire. He just tried to throw the ball to you. You got to win that ball. Nobody's going to want to throw it to somebody that keeps losing the ball, okay? Not that that's what you're doing all the time. I'm just saying, like, they want to feel comfortable. Like, hey, if I throw it to him, I know he's going to do a good job. I have no problem. I want to keep throwing the ball to him. And you should be that guy that you don't lose the ball. You know, whenever that ball comes to you, you're ready to go to it, ready to be alive, ready to be on fire. All right. You're doing good tracking back the way you should. Marking up. This is when you didn't get a shout, okay? You didn't know that somebody was coming up like a madman on you. Boom. You had no idea, but you should see that. So take a look up, right? Take a look up. See what's happening, all right? He probably saw that you weren't looking, all right? So maybe if your teammate was like, turn, that would be a little different. Like, dude, you told me to turn and there's a guy on me. But if nobody tells you anything, it's your responsibility to take a look. And I think that maybe you should have been able to see that he was there. All right? So just be a little bit more prepared. Like I said, always go to the ball 100% until you know you have it. Okay? Then you can slow down. 100%, go to the ball. First thing to win the ball. First thing you got to do is get the ball in your feet with a good touch in control. Then you can decide what the next, well, you should always be deciding what's going to happen next before it happens. So that's Liam with good pressure there. Can the ball come out to you? Now you're there. Okay. Good. Doesn't pass that through to you though. Ball's on the other side of the half or the other side of the field. You don't get to see too much more of it. All the way till halftime. All right, so that was the first half. Wasn't too bad. Now let's go. Oh, actually, I don't think I did a long halftime, did I? No, I didn't. All right, so you're starting this time, same thing on the right wing. So it was good. You got a good opportunity, good chance to be just on the wing. Oh, no. This thing's too big, isn't it? You can't even see this correctly. What happened? That's the size it's supposed to be. Oh no, how long ago was that? Shoot. I'm just going to pretend and hope that you could actually see everything I was showing you, because it definitely was zoomed in more than it was supposed to be. Oh my. All right, I got to take a second. I'm going to take a little break for a second. Much of a break. Here we go. Right into it. All right. So, I thought that whole first half, everything, I thought there was really good intensity overall. I'm going to critique the first touch. You could see how it would help you a bit. This situation's a tough one, right? You could see he's pointing where he wants to go. It is. This is tough. This is tough to make the right call. When do you step in? Ends up making a really good pass, a really good run. You would have hated if they scored on you there. That's a tough one, man. That you let that through. They got you on that one. That's all. That's just what happens. There. Good recovery back. You took away that option, okay? Because look, if you didn't recover back here, he could have slid the ball over to him, okay? So you did a really good job in getting back. Great job. And Colin gets there. Ball rolls out, slides in the middle. This was a beautiful option, okay? Ball comes to you. You use your speed to get past. You cut back. That was very good. And you slide it over to Andrew, and nothing comes of it. That was beautiful work, though, all right? Obviously, what worked here is that Andrew had a good trap from this pass from Brody. So watch, ready? He does a good job with this trap. Boink. Man, that set him up perfectly. You had a good time to run. You cut in front of him. You cut back. You see him as an option. Now, the pass could have been maybe a little bit better. See how it's bouncing a bit? Maybe. Okay, but still, good pass. I like it. Good work. So that was good. You were at a good option, and you made some good things happen there. All right, so again, you're having to track all the way back on the far side of the field. So you're on the weak side. Ball side is on the other side. When it's on the weak side, then that's when you got to track back, especially when they play winger out wide. So, you know that Tomas has that covered right now. You're in a good position, support for the attack. Now you drop in to cover. That's good. Okay, so now you let him go. So, it's just in this moment, these moments where you just ball watch. And this is where it gets kind of like you got to be careful, that's all. You always got to be turned on. So right here, you're watching, you're trying to see what's happening. But look, he just went far. All right. Then you snapped back into it once you realized what was happening. And you're marking him. Good job. Ball gets knocked in. You're doing good. Your goal side. Don't let him feel confident or comfortable. All right, when you're marking somebody, don't let that guy feel confident or comfortable. Make him be mad at you because you're irritating him. You want him to be irritated at your marking. You want him to be like, oh, just get away from me. That's what you want him to. You want to frustrate him in his head. Okay, don't make it easy. Don't be like, ooh, I'm sorry, I'm touching you. I'm right here barely. No, you want to be like, I got you. You ain't going nowhere. You're not scoring nothing. I'm all over you. So it's a good run. So it's going to be punt. You're in that position. That's doing good. Ball doesn't come all the way through, and you got to be careful of that guy, which you were. You got to be careful of him again, right? So you see the situation here. That's Tomas, right? Tomas should be back here. He kind of got caught up a bit. Okay? We're not really set well. He's got to be careful of that far. And so do you. Got to get that flat back. Now, let me just at least teach you something here, okay? This situation is very hard for somebody to just hit a cross all the way over there, okay? So you can leave these things most of the time. But if it was ever to get set up, like you could see it here, the ball's not going to that guy's foot. He's not going to get to it. He's not going to kick the ball. It's too far away. But if it like had this backspin and it was going to line up, that guy could kick it. You need to be like, oh no, I'm out of here. Got to go quick. Be very careful. But yeah, sometimes, man, these guys will make runs. You just let them because that's not even happening. You can be mindful of them. But what's cool is that then they got to run really hard back because then you're the one that's going to be on the break. Okay, so sometimes you can let them go. You just got to be smart about it. Like even here, right? I don't think you need to necessarily be back there. Is Guillermo telling you to do it? Yeah, he's saying back. Like, I just feel like that's covered. That just looks so covered to me. Like, we have the coverage there. I don't think you need there, but a little bit more defensive is a good thing. So you're in a good position here to control that. So that helped, right? Because Tomas was able to step in, and you were covering out there, but you weren't covering out there good enough. What happened here? But, all right. Now, I don't like that, okay? This, again, is not strong. This is, like, what is that doing to you? You kind of click up. Now he's got it the whole time, whatever. No. You got to be like Conte. They could have scored. They probably should have scored there. You got to be like Conte. Conte doesn't like throw his body and lose a couple seconds in the air or anything. He is constantly and always closing down the defender. The ball comes over here. You should be constantly and always closing down the defender. Every single step that you take should be getting closer towards the defender. But you committed to this little whatever block like that was going to do anything. Like, well, and then you finally get to the guy. But by the time you even get to him, he's already kicking it, right? You should have been all over him. He should never have that time. Constantly and always closing him down, right at him. Gosh, that was way too easy for that dude, all right? So defensively, I want you to close people down quicker. That's all. Close them down quicker. Go right towards them. Constantly close them down. And then, then you need to decide, okay, I don't want to overcommit in my tackle, but you can close him down as fast as you can. That's what you're supposed to do. As fast as you can, close the guy down. Don't let it be easy, ever, because then he can turn and hit the ball. And he did hit the ball, and they almost scored. And again, they probably should have scored there. That could have been 2-0. All right. Come out wide. Can he get the ball over to you? It's a really good run. Should have called a foul there. Should have been a foul. There was no advantage. All right, this is a good ball to you in the corner. Step and boom, rocket. Good. And he did bobble it, like you said. You just wanted to decide to rocket it. That's good. Now, you see Foster. Foster is in a good position. We could get, it's just about getting lucky sometimes. So really good hard rocket shot. I love it. And if he did bobble it, if the ball was hit towards the far post, it could have bobbled it right into his path. But good look. I like the hard shot, right? Another option is to chip the ball up to the far corner. Up and then down. Just like you did, same position a couple games ago against Westmont. Left foot, up and over. So this is where, like, Guillermo's yelling because I don't know. It's tough. Sometimes you got to let the guy go. Sometimes you need to make sure you get back. So you got to figure that out. But for sure, you need to be willing to run hard, up and down for things like that. That's what you do as a center, as a winger. Okay. Now I think in these next couple things you have two clearances, good clearances here, and I want to point them out. Very, very good. Ball comes over. Okay, it bobbles. So that wasn't you, was it? This one. No, I thought you did get something to it. Maybe it was your first touch right here. Okay, but you were putting pressure on it. Ball comes in, you're going to it. He's trying to push you off. You put him off because you went to it enough. That's very good, okay? Good work. I mean, that's such a bad clearance from Brody. It's so bad. It needs to be a clearance. Bam, big kick. That's what it's got to be. Oh, man. All right. So, yeah, when you're on the sideline, it's tough because you got to run all the way up and then the ball doesn't come to you. And then you got to run all the way back and then the ball doesn't come over to you. It's a lot of running, a lot of commitment. And it is very difficult, but that's why you got to be able to run. You got to be able to run hard. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Okay, you won that. It's hard to make sure that went to anybody, but that was good. And again, you're watching the ball, right? It's just tough. He's on the run. Now, is that ball going to get through? I don't know, but it could, so you can't risk it. So it's good that you got back. And then the ball did get hit, right? So you made a good decision. And they knew that they should try to hit it over and that he was going to be open. And you did good. You looked, you tracked back, and then bam, you saved the goal. Okay? Good decision. All right? Good choice. You saved the goal there. Now the ball comes up and over to him. You put pressure. Now, here, you win it, okay? But I think you could actually be stronger into him. So imagine like moving your back towards him. Not so much that you're off balance. That's not it. But you can use your body a little more here. Let's take a look. Now you're there, you lean back a little bit, and he just pushed you over. Now you did end up winning it, okay? But man, what if he barely did get a touch to that and keep it in? Because you went over, boom, and he could have gotten it. All right, you know you have position, lean into him, boom, okay? Lean into him harder. Make sure that you don't get to just boss me around. I'm going to boss you around. I'm in charge. Boom, I'm letting this ride out of bounds, all right? But good job. Way to win that, okay? You didn't let him have anything. Great work. Now you got to be here to help. So I think you need to show 2 here, okay? I think you need to be showing 2 so that he knows he has that pass. He doesn't really have anything else, okay? You got to give him support. It wasn't happening. There wasn't anything really going on. You got to give him support. You got to give him a way out because now, look, now we're all playing defense again, all right? Got to help give him a way out. Sometimes it is taking a run down the line for somebody that can kick the ball that far, but Tomas can't kick the ball that far. So right when you know it's Tomas, you got to make that decision. All right, you know what? I probably need to come back and help him a bit. All right, so you're staying in the right wing again. See, now there's coverage there. Now, I like that you're getting back because Liam slides over, but there's enough coverage there. Now, this ball should be a nice little ball to you. You see him. You feel him. It's good. It didn't end up working out there. That guy played good defense. You could have gotten maybe a foul there, and unfortunately, you lost it. But I think that your decision in this whole play was actually really good. Okay, I don't think that you made a bad decision at all. It just the guy played good defensively against you. So you're trying to find something here, you don't see it, there's nothing there, you turn around here, the guy plays good, he kind of gives you a little nudge, that could have been a foul, and then the ball just kind of gets rolled through, and you just got unlucky. So I think overall, on that, you did well, okay? But this I'm not happy about. Okay, ball goes out of bounds. What are you and Liam doing? Does anybody mark anybody? Look at this, he's wide open. He's wide open. Look how long ago the ball went out of bounds. Ready? Ball's out of bounds. Are we marking anybody? No, we're not marking anybody. We're not really marking anybody. He's wide open. That was really, really bad. Liam should have been marking him. Okay? You guys got to be ready right off the bat. The ball goes out of bounds. Mark up right away. Okay? Or else you're going to be in bad situations. They're going to score on us because of it. Look at you running back hard. I love that you're running back hard, even though we're covered. But now you're running hard going forward. I like it. And then, I don't think this pass is bad. I don't. I think it's actually a good look. I think that some forwards would actually, be making this run a little bit more diagonally. Okay, but he's not. He's staying straight for some reason. Okay, I think he needs to just be running more to diagonal. I don't know why he's not. So I do think that this pass is good. Okay, because if you were to cut back, this guy would be on you, and you don't know what would happen. Sometimes you got to take that risk. And I think that's a good choice, okay? So the only thing that maybe, the earlier you pass the ball, the more angle you would have had. So if it was boonk, then you had to wait for it. It kind of slowed down on you, didn't it? Yeah, you kind of had to wait a little bit, and then the angle kind of cut down a bit. Now, if you just went to it a little bit more, maybe you'd have been able to get a better angle. I don't know. But that's something you'll figure out. Oh, my word. We got lucky. Lucky. This is where Brody's going to hurt you guys at times, making decisions like that. Okay, let's see. Ball comes in, all the way through. Thought you had some clearances. Maybe they're still coming up. All right, and you're all the way back in recovery. So good work. Good work coming all the way back. Okay? That's what you got to do. You're going to be running up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. You got to have that ability to keep going like that. All right, you're still in. Finally, now you don't have to do Jackson. It's a good run, and bossed him. All right, so this time you bossed it. I mean, it was a little shove or whatever. You did get through, though. You get in there. You made something happen. Really good work. Okay, really good cutback. And unlucky the pass didn't work out. I'm not sure if there was a through ball here, right? So, cut back, head up. And it's a good choice. It just wasn't coming to the ball. And it ends up still as a dangerous position, dangerous situation. I thought that was really, really good. Okay? You made a good run. You stepped in enough that you didn't foul him, but you put him off enough that you could get the ball. Blink. Good. And then here, you cut back. You find a quick pass. It was a good choice. Good work. Okay, so there you are on the far side. You're open there. I don't know what he's doing. You're offsides now. So I think that Wyatt needs to hit it earlier, okay? He can hit it now. He can hit it now. He can hit it now. And then he finally hits it, and you're offsides. So I don't blame you for being offsides. But you always have to, when you can see down the whole line, you should know that you're on or offsides, okay? You should have known that you were offsides there. Okay, you shouldn't have been in an offside position. Sometimes it's just the timing. You're on, but the guy still doesn't pass it. And when he finally does, you just got offside. And that just happens. So if that's what happened, oh well, that's what happens. He needed to pass it earlier then. But you should be able to see right down the line to know that you're onside. And if the timing that he had was faster and right and you were offside, I would have been upset. Like, what are you doing? But he definitely dilly-dallied and waited. And he probably waited too long, which is why you ended up being offsides, because it looked like he waited too long. Good recovery there. Watching him. The free kick. Okay, good. There's one of your clearances, okay? You're touching him the whole time. You're right there with him. You're coming to the ball. Boom. Good clearance, okay? That was a good one. You got your foot on it. You knocked that out of the dangerous area. Very good. That's all you want. Even if you hit it hard, you hit it harder. But that was good. Shot goes in, and it's a corner. And this is probably the next one. Ball comes in, bounces, bounces. Nope, that wasn't it. Another corner. Ball comes in, touched by the keeper. Boom, you're there to clear it. Great job. Great job. Okay, ball's there again. Somebody else knocks it out. Now, oh, you were there. If he could have found it to you. That was a tough bounce right there, but even then. All right, so that worked out. He did it well enough. And the ball finally gets through. Go. Good run. Good through ball. Fake. Touch. Just got away from you. Got a little bit outside. Yeah, I can see now what you were saying with your foot. Yeah, I can kind of see that. it kind of was behind you too much. You had to reach back behind you to get it. But man, if you could have cut that ball back more, we had he was already near post, but 1, 2, 3, 4 on 2 there. But yeah, it was just behind you too much, which kind of had to be right here. Keep it away from the guy. It was tough. If you could have kept that angle, the ball could have been knocked on that last touch a little bit closer to goal. Then it would have been a little bit easier. But man, great opportunity, buddy. Get that ball out to you. This is what we want. You drug him in, you got past him, boom, you get a cross off. Oh, so close. Good work, man. I love that. Really good work. That was great. Really, really good. And that's when you're hurt. In some situations, yeah, man, just go right off. Guillermo just send a sub on, but really you want to just get the referee's attention. All right, so there's 14 more minutes in the game. Can't remember when you go back in again. Oh yeah, I think that's Wyatt there, so I think you're in now. Yep, so you're back in. I think this just happened too, let me see. Yeah, Wyatt came off. You're in. Center mid, baby. Now you're part of the action a lot. Always at least in your support and everything that's going on. It's a whole different ball game in there, but your touch has to be perfect. You have to be ready to break up play, explode with the ball, make hard passes. Good try from Andrew. All right, so this is it when he makes the change. He knocks it. You knock it. It was good. It was a good, like, flat. It was a nice rolling. It was good. Good pass. Tried to get that going, but they read it. That's all. All right, so you're coming all the way back. That's good. I like it. You're in the right spot right now, positionally. You're back in support. And they get a corner, huh? I guess nothing happened there. Yep. Guy didn't even put it into play. All right, yeah, you got to be ready to drop. He wasn't even ready for this. Look at Colin. Teammates aren't even ready. Look. All of his teammates, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 teammates right there aren't even facing him. And boom, he kicks it. There's a guy right here. Why not wait for this dude that's running in the opposite direction? Give him a couple seconds to run away so then he's wide open. Now he puts him under pressure. Colin can't be that quick. He can't be that quick. He's rushing it too much. He's got to be patient. Sometimes you just got to let everybody move up. All right, you're in good position there. That's good. You're looking around, you're taking a picture, you're trying to see where everything is on the field. You're on the guy's back for the first thing. You're telling the guys to run off. I love this leadership, buddy. I love the leadership that you're telling them to hurry up and to come off. I love that. The intensity that you bring just in doing that is important. Important for your whole team to recognize that this is big time. This is your time. You really need to be ready to go. And that was good. You were up in attack here. The ball just didn't get through. I like that you're up in support. The ball almost got through to you. That would have been awesome. All right, Darren's already the first one farther back, so you're holding up a little bit, which is good and correct. Okay, you're still in a good position. All right, now you got to get up. Oh, not one or the other. Unlucky there. I think we win it here, though, and get the ball. Knock it down the line. Okay, you're still there in support. Only 3 minutes left. I don't know what happened here, but there we go. Tomas on it. You and Darren got to figure out where you're going. You got to be up in support now. There's not much left. Again, this thing's not following it very good. It's a good pass. All right, now you got to get up and attack. This is it. Not much left. It's a good run through. Good tackle. Good pressure. He makes a bad pass. Oh, what the heck did we do there? That was really bad. That was Owen on his right foot, I think. This punt comes up, goes all the way through. All right, now we get a throw in. Throw in comes in. Ball's coming over there. Good slowing down. Pressure. Good win. Great layoff. And that could have been going into the corner. Really good work there, buddy. Okay, this is just about intensity. Sometimes at the end of the game, it's all about who's putting the extra effort in. Okay, you get there, you slow it down, you put pressure because you anticipate a bad touch, and then you make a really good pass. And it just got unlucky there, that's all. Okay, now there's another chance that comes here. Ball comes in. Comes into you here. Now you did a little pass there, I think, right? That's what it looked like. Ball comes in to you, you pass it, right? I think that was okay. I think that was a good look. There wasn't many other choices you had anyway, right? I mean, the guy was coming right on to you. Okay. I can see that that's good. It's a good look. Wish you could have made something happen from that, but that's a good look, you know. I wish so, because it would have been great if you guys could score right at the end. This is the one play right at the end. Okay, so look, he's going to throw it in. You have a guy coming on the inside, and there's a guy there and there, okay? You could let that turn. You could turn your back towards here. You're facing the goal. Okay, you're going to have to play against this guy. You're one-on-one with this guy. You have to turn, face him and the goal, and let the ball cross you, and then figure out what can happen from there. Maybe it's just going to be you knock the ball into the danger zone, okay? Now, you did just knock it into the box a little bit, but it's not really in the danger zone. Just kind of knocked in there, all right? Now, that's better than nothing, so I'm glad that you did that. I'm glad the ball came in. You kind of put it in there, but you got to have more. You got to have more to offer. You could let it go right past you, or you could trap it right there, all right? But that's the end of it. That was the last little chance we had. And he should have added some extra time because of all the injuries, but he didn't. Time. No injury time. All right. Anyway, what I would say is I thought that overall you did really well. Like, for your team, you offered the most attacking threat. Whenever that ball got to you, you were making things happen. You were trying to get past people. You were getting past people. You were getting shots on. You were getting crosses in. You know, if the shots were a little bit more dangerous maybe for the goalie and deflections happened, that could have caused the goal. If some of those crosses were right on point some way and it just got in there, or you were just lucky with it all or whatever. A lot of soccer is just luck. You hit the ball over and then, hey, there's somebody right where you hit it. But bam, those could have caused goals. You were the creator of the chances for a lot of the goal opportunities, and I think that you played really good with that. Your intensity was high. You were running back a lot. You were running forward a lot. You had a lot of intensity. You had a lot of endurance. That was all really good. I think that you definitely took a step up in your physicality. I can see that, but it still needs to be more. You know, your physicality, you still need to use your body in a strong way, in a powerful way. You need to feel strong. You need to feel powerful. It doesn't matter who you're going up against. It's how you carry your body that really shows and makes the difference. That's what really shines through. So You'll get it. It's coming, man. I'm proud of you, dude. I think this is going really, really good. This was a good fall season. Got a one or two more games, and I'll take it from there. So, good job, man. I love you, and I'm proud of you.